Hey everyone, it's Caleb from ADP. Hope you're having a wonderful day so far. In this video, what I'd like to cover is how to place a time off request. Definitely something you'll want to know how to do. And I think overall the process is not bad at all. All that's really involved is just clicking on a couple of links and filling out a form. So not too bad. But that being the case, you still may have questions, and that's totally fine. Uh, please note down any questions you have and reach out to us. We're more than happy to help with this sort of thing. It's what we're here for. So with that being said, let's just go ahead and dive right in. So I'm currently logged in with a test employee in the Isolved Employee Portal. And where we're going to go is this time and attendance section right here. We're going to choose the time off option. You might see some links here that aren't showing up on your end, and that's totally fine. That's okay. At the very least, what we want to see is this time off option. And if you're not seeing that, um, let your manager know and we can work with them to get this fixed. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on this. And we're taken to a page here that basically gives us an overview of all of our time off accruals. And this is another good example of something that you might not see the same categories on your end. And that's fine. I'm working with a demo company here and I've got my own plan set up. But the concept, regardless of what the plan is actually called, is still the same. So, you may have um, personal time showing up on your end. You may have maybe jury duty or something else. The concept behind using time off in Isolved is pretty much the same, regardless of what the category is called. So now that that's out of the way, let me just give you a quick tour of this page. So we have a nice little graphic here showing how much time I have remaining for each category. If we want to drill down into even more detail, we can click on this button off to the right. And it basically lets us look at um, our balance as of the previous period, um, a projected balance for the current period, and then also some more information for um, how much we're going to have accrued for the entire year. So pretty cool. I'm actually going to go back to the previous page here. Down in these sections below, we can look at our upcoming time off, any pending requests we have, and then we can also see our past time off as well. Really what I wanted to get into for today though is how to actually place a request, and to do that we just click on this time off button in the upper right, and we're taken to this form here that we need to fill out. And the first step is to choose our policy or our plan, pretty much the same thing. And when you open up the drop down, it depends on how your company is set up. You may only see one option here, you may see several. But the key thing is to pick the policy that you want to use. So I'll just pick vacation. You'll notice once I have chosen a policy, we have these two little boxes here that give me a good idea of how much time I have. And once I fill the form out, it'll also give me a projection that takes into account my requests. So that's also pretty cool, I think. The rest of this is fairly straightforward. So in our from and to date boxes, that's where we just pick or determine how long the request is. So I'll take off or try to take off the entire week of the 24th of June. We have a nice little graphic here that shows the days we're requesting off. This start time box right here, this can be left blank, but if you want to, you could put in maybe the start time of your business. So I think 8 a.m. is a pretty good representation of that in most cases. But you don't have to fill that box out. You can skip it. This hours per day, this is important. The system defaults to 8, but you actually can change that if you want to. And then finally, we have our total requested here, which is showing up as 40 hours, and that is what I want. That's perfect. I would recommend just keeping a close eye on that though to make sure that is in line with what you're expecting. Finally, we have this notes box down here where you can leave a comment for your manager, and that's something that it's not required, but I highly recommend it. The more detail you can give your manager, the better. And so once we're ready to go, once everything looks good, we can hit the submit button. And we're actually getting an error message here. It's saying total hours requested is more than allowed. And this actually, I did this on purpose to highlight the fact that the system will not let you enter a request that puts you into the negative. So that is important to keep in mind. If you ever do need to use more time than you have available, that's something you need to reach out to your manager about, and they can push things through for you. So if you see a message like this, what we have to do is basically modify a request somewhat. So I can unselect a couple days here. And now we should be able to push this through. There we go. We get a nice little confirmation message up top, and several things happen at this point. So you should receive an email notification. That's basically a receipt of everything you just did. And your manager will also get an email notification letting them know that you've placed a request. And once they make a decision on whether to approve or deny that, you'll get another email notification letting you know what has happened and what the final decision has been. So that's really all I had for today. Hopefully this all makes sense and it's not too intimidating. Again, if you have any questions whatsoever, please don't hesitate to reach out. It's what we're here for. And with all of that being said, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.